Thank you to Kate and the Missing Piece magazine for nominating me. It was an unexpected surprise and a pleasure, which all the best kinds are, right? Now, when it comes to being a life coach, I used to hate the term because there are so many. So I live in London, there are thousands, and they're everywhere. And anyone can call themselves a life coach, and they do. And what I don't like about it, as well as the quality is uncertain, it is the trust that people abuse, actually. Calling themselves life coaches, and people assume they know what they're doing, and then they only find out when it's too late that they do not. And so I've always hated the term life coach, or at least I used to. But I've been changing that. I'm now, because I call myself a dedicated life coach, and I actually teach coaches the art of transformation, how to deeply understand the psychology and emotions so that you can truly, deeply, profoundly help people. That's what I do. And so I am trying to change the meaning of life coach to give it meaning again. Now, with regards to how I came to do this, it's almost like when I was a baby, it's like someone whispered in my ear and says, your life's going to be pretty good, so you'd better mess it up for yourself so that you can then one day help others. Because life was good. I had beautiful parents, lovely family. There was no reason for me to have any real challenges. They were beautiful people, really caring. Lovely family. And yet I went and screwed my life up in many different ways. I had severe social anxiety and panic attacks I developed. I even had body dysmorphia for quite a few years, where I used to think that when people were looking at me, they actually were looking at the elephant man, like an abhorrent figure. I used to talk to myself in ways that you should never talk to anyone, in really brutal ways, because it would protect myself from other people criticising me. If I did it worse, then no one else could touch me, right? But of course that meant that I was poisoning myself on a daily basis. Did drugs every day from the age of 12, 13 to the age of about 29. It's almost like I say, I just set these problems, so I had to solve them. And also my dad got ill. He had Parkinson's, and I had cared for him. And although in lots of ways I did well with it, I also screwed up badly, especially towards the end of his life. And those are the challenges that I created for myself, some of them at least, that I then had to learn how to overcome. And so I spent the past decade deeply trying to understand my own psychology, my own emotions, to create my own freedom. That was my role. I never intended to do this as a profession. It was just for myself and my family. That's why I embarked on this. And through my training, through everything that I've learned in the years, I was helping people, in the classes, and then realised I quite enjoyed that. I was good at it, and to do more of it. And it kind of evolved over the years into what it became. And now, over the past 3 years, since I quit my job and I embraced life coaching full time, I have worked with over 10,000 people, 10,000 human beings, through my talks, workshops, retreats, online trainings, coaching, and other things. It has been a privilege. And what that means by working with so many people is that I have tested out a lot of things. So when I share things, what I'm speaking about comes from a place of experience and having tested rigorously what I'm sharing. That's why I'm able to do what I do. And the main things I help people with is to be your own life coach, like how to coach yourself. So no matter how busy your life is, you can create profound, lasting transformation. And then the D part of transformation, I teach coaches how to do that. How to understand themselves and others so they can create extraordinary lives. And that's the thing that I am passionate about doing. Now, because I was so limited, because I worked in the same job for 17 years, didn't even go for an interview. I know what it's like to be stuck, to find life hard, to have no hope for my future. And I also know what it's like to create profound transformation exponentially. I mean, it has been incredible what has happened in my life. I could not have imagined the level of freedom that was even possible. And for me, it's a dedication, continual freedom, continually challenging myself physically, psychologically, emotionally, in every way that I can, to live the best life that I can, and to guide others to do the same, to help people to release the extraordinary within them. Because as my friend says, we are all innately extraordinary. We're born that way. So the miracle of life, we don't even know what that is. And yet somehow we get told that we are ordinary, that we can't do certain things, which is absolute rubbish. You have the potential we don't know what your extraordinary is, but but you are extraordinary. And so I am deeply passionate about helping people to see that, whether it comes to talking to someone at a bus stop or someone who spends time and embraces a deep coaching program with me. However kind of communication we have, it is important to me that that person goes away knowing themselves better and experimenting in their life in a way that means they can create more than they think possible. It's deeply meaningful to me because I've been there. I know exactly what it's like to be on the other side and to have no hope. I know it's like to create absolute freedom. It's deeply meaningful. So as for whether you vote for me or someone else, I recommend doing it the way that you would choose a coach, which is the way that you choose a relationship, actually in friendship, the chemistry. Does what I say and my presence resonate with you more or less than the others? If it does, vote for me. If it doesn't, vote for them. Always go with your instincts, with what feels right to you inside. It tends to be correct. So if you feel inspired to vote for me, please do so. If you feel inspired to vote for someone else, please do that. Use your intuition to tell you. Okay, take care, and I'll see you soon.